Hi guys, Arthur here from Homeowner DIY. In this video, I'm going to be replacing the distributor on my 2000 Honda Civic. Now, the reason I'm replacing the distributor is because I'm having a problem with a crank no start condition. So if I drive the car, stop 2 or 3 times after the car is warm, the car will turn over, but it won't start. If I leave the car for a half hour, 40 minutes, the car will once again start. I talked to my Honda mechanic and he told me it's one of two things. It's either the igniter plate inside of the distributor or it's a relay. Now I can replace the distributor on my own, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. So if you guys are having a problem with the intermittent crank no start condition, this may be your issue. I will also link into the description the ignition coil video that I did. So if you guys are having a crank no start condition, I will show you in that video how you can diagnose at least the ignition coil to see if it's working. But with that in mind, what we'll do now is material and tools. Alright, this is the materials list for this job. So latex gloves, penetrating fluid, and a new distributor. So here is the part number for this distributor. This distributor is made in China. But when it comes to the distributor, I've already done this. Always make sure that your new and old part are comparable. They look the same. The thing about these distributors here is you see the Phillips and then the Phillips. There's so many small Phillips screws with time. This stuff will strip when you try to take it apart. It'll seize together and it's just not the greatest design. So for stuff like this, I don't know why they didn't use a socket like this, but it is what it is. Anyways, guys, this is the material list for this job. So what we'll do now is a tools list. All right, guys, this is the tools list for this job. So these 3 tools here: needle nose pliers with a 45-degree bend, channel lock pliers, and then a small flathead screwdriver. These are going to be for the plug. I had issues on the ignition coil taking the plug apart. You guys may have issues, you may not, it just depends. But that's what these 3 tools are for. My socket set. I'll need a 12mm socket, 8mm socket. We'll see if there's anything else. A work light, and then an extension cord. Guys, this is the tools list for this job, so let's change out this distributor. Alright, first things first, as usual, make sure that the engine is cold before you do any work so you don't burn yourself. So here is the intake. This can be spun up out of the way just to make it easier to get to. So there is a plug here. Now, if you guys have seen my ignition coil video, I couldn't get the plug apart. For you to replace a distributor, you have to get it apart. So there's a tab down here that you need to press, and then the plug should just pull apart. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little bit of penetrating fluid, just a shot, on the side here and the side here, and I'm hoping that is going to help to loosen this off. So when I say a shot, just a quick shot. You don't want to douse the entire thing, because remember, this is electrical. Alright, now I'm going to give that about 10 minutes and hopefully I can get the plug apart. Alright, with long needle nose pliers, I'm going to depress the bottom tab like that and try to get the plug apart. I have done it. I have taken the plug apart. I battled with this during my ignition coil job for 40 minutes and I couldn't get it apart. So what I did here was I used a long set of needle nose pliers. So there's a tab here. I also took it off the bracket here, but there's a tab here that you depress. And then with the needle nose pliers, I grabbed here and then I just kept wiggling it back and forth. Probably since the plug has never been taken apart, that's why it was so difficult. But in my opinion, now the hardest part of the job is done. Okay, holding the distributor to the block is 3 bolts. So we have one here, we have one here, and then one right there. These are 12mm bolts. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give them a quick shot of penetrating fluid. Now you can also see the mark of where I realigned the distributor from last time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give a shot of penetrating fluid to all 3 bolts. And then I'm going to go ahead and take this cover off. The reason I'm taking the cap off here is I want the rotor for the distributor to be pointed up. You can't just put this thing anywhere you want. You have to realign it so you don't have to go ahead and time anything. All right, with the penetrating fluid, give all 3 bolts a shot, and then once again give it about 10 minutes for the fluid to soak in. So in the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and take off the cap. All right, for the cap, there's 3 bolts. There's one here, there's one here, and then there's one down here. These are 8mm. You can also use a Phillips, but if you have the option between using a socket and using a Phillips, I recommend always using the socket because you're less likely to strip. Okay, so there's our cap. The leads, leave them on, because when you go to reconnect the leads for the new distributor, you can do it one by one so you don't mistake your firing order. All right, this is the rotor here. I want the rotor to be pointed up right here. It'll just make it easier to realign the new distributor. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead, I'm just going to turn the car over a couple times until I get this to here. I probably only need to do this once. All right, fantastic. That's where I want to be. So what I'll do now is I'll take off the 3 12mm bolts. All right, with the bolts removed, the distributor can be pulled out. Now be careful. The way that this is set up is the way that you want to orientate the replacement. All right, these are the 3 bolts for the distributor. As I always say, make sure that you compare them in case you have different lengths. These are all the same, so it doesn't matter which way that you put them back in. All right, I'm going to go ahead and take off the cover. So one thing to be aware of, this will only fit in one way. You can actually see that these 2 protrusions that are sticking out is not quite in the center of the distributor. And then you have lines as well that you can use to orientate the distributors to be in the correct location. Ready for the distributor, we'll turn it. All right, looking at the lines, this is the new one. This is the old one. The orientation looks pretty darn close, so I think this is going to be fine. But this is another way that you can check to make sure that the 2 are in the same spot. So I'm going to go ahead and now throw the new distributor into the car. All right, with our distributor, take some oil, and then you're going to go along the O-ring. So like that. And be sure not to touch this here or the rotor, because that's going to change your sync. So I'm going to eye out the top here to the top. Alright, the three 12mm bolts can be tightened back up. So if you guys want to know what torque, it says 17 foot-pounds. I never really torque anything, but if you guys want to know the specific torque, it says online 17 foot-pounds. So when you tighten on your distributor, make sure that you don't change the position. And then I always like to go in a pattern, so don't tighten one down all the way. Go around in a circle, or if you have 4 bolts, like a star. Alright, we have our 2 covers, so just take one lead off at a time. And then put it onto the new cover. Okay, give everything a push to make sure that they're on nice and tight. And now the new cover can be put back on. And for these bolts, it'll be the same thing. Tighten it up, not all the way. And then go around in a circle. Keep one thing in mind as well, these bolts have a lock washer. And keep one other thing in mind as well. Since this is plastic, if you're too aggressive with tightening it, you will crack the cap. Alright, for the plug, so the wires will fit into this area here. The plug will only fit one way. And then on the back side here, the plug will fit onto this tab area. Alright, to get the plug back on, there's a tab here that you need to pull out. And then what I did was I used some channel locks like this on the back end here to slide the plug back over. You want to hear a click to make sure that it's nice and solid. Okay, so that's on, give it a pull. And then the very last thing to do is just clamp that in a little bit to hold the wires in place. And that is it. Alright, so put the intake back in its position like that. And we'll go ahead and start the car. Alright, I hope this is going to fix my issue where the car won't start. It'll be a crank no start condition. But if you need to replace your distributor, then this is how you go ahead and do it in a 96 to 2000 Honda Civic. Alright guys, so that concludes this job. So the great thing about this job is everything is accessible. You need minimal tools. Now when I did my ignition coil a couple of years ago, I couldn't get the plug apart. This time I was stubborn and I kept fighting with it. and I was able to get the plug apart. I don't think you guys are going to have the same issue I did, but just in case, I showed you a way that you can go about getting the plug apart so you can take your distributor out. The time on this job. The time was probably about 40 minutes, but I'm going to say an hour. This is a simple job. You only have 3 bolts to take off the distributor. Make sure that you time everything properly, so when you put your new distributor in, it's going to be in the same location as the previous distributor. I've seen a lot of videos where people will go to top dead center for cylinder number 1, or they'll do something to set up a timing. I don't think it's necessary. I found a way just to set the new distributor like the old one, and then you're not going to have any issue. And I've done the same thing with the ignition coil when I replaced that with the distributor. The cost of this job. The distributor penetrating fluid, the cost was about $200. Now this distributor is one made in China. I don't think it's worth going to the dealership for a Honda original part. But for $200, I mean, you can do this on your own with minimal tools. So I think this is a DIY friendly job. Guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you learned something. I hope what I've shown you here, if you have the same issue, if you need to replace a distributor, this is going to help you. Guys, till next time, please hit the like button, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next project.